number one thing would be, this industry is a lot about consuming a lot of content and also being aware of what is happening where, right? So for example, if you are operating from your Instagram account, you should be following a lot of brands, you should be following a lot of creators, you should be following a lot of people for you to understand what's going on there, because that does not only help you, like it's not political information which becomes gossip, right? And helps you in gossiping with your friends. It's actually information which can, sometimes help you in your own ideation and ideation for the people you're working with, right? So for example, if I'm working with 10 set of creators and they are doing something, and I am following another 10 set of creators who I'm not working with, but I just know of, and I see them doing something really cool or a really interesting project, then I could, actually learn from it and apply some of those learnings here as well. So it is about consuming a lot of content, consuming what's going on, so I would say that is one thing. I did not know about this in the initial bit of my career, right? So I would say if I knew, I would be consumer from, from day one, but now I am. So I would say that is one thing which really helps. The second thing is people always, I don't think a lot of people understand that this industry, however new it is, however fancy it is, it also requires those basic rules of professionalism which every individual should have. Like you should reach on time to meetings, to meet people. You should work hard. You should be ethical about your practices, right? You should evade any conversations which are not, I would say, borderly not legal or does not involve the right practices of business. So I'm saying basic rules of business and basic rules of employment apply to this industry as well, right? Like say a very common part of media is that you would party with your creators or with your colleagues, right? So if you're partying with your creator, you're not here to party with your creators, right? You have to keep in mind that as much as I'm working with them, they're not my friends, right? I'm managing them. I'm a professional here. I should not be drinking here, right? So I'm saying those basic rules of employment and basic rules of work culture, people should remember, and they should, because it's very easy in this sector to get a little distracted, and basically sometimes embarrass yourself. So for me, I'm lucky. I'm a teetotaler in that sense, if you're talking about those specific examples. But for most of the people, they don't realize that you have to maintain that professional line with everyone you're working with, whether it's your colleagues, whether it's your creators, whether it's your artists, right? Whoever you're working with. So I would say that's second thing, right? Third bit is that people are really looking for entrepreneurs here. Like you should have an entrepreneurial spirit in you. What I mean by that is that it's not always about taking orders. It's not always about doing what your boss asks you to do, right? It's also about what can you bring to the table. What can you think? This industry, I don't know about others, but is really receptive of new ideas, is really receptive of people being proactive, and people trying something on your own. If you think that you are going to grow aggressively by just doing your job well, that is wrong. It is not enough. If you're doing your job well, that's actually the basics of it. That gives you the right to just be in that company or be with those creators. If you want to really excel, then you have to always do things which are, more than your job. Once you've done your job, once you know that I've got the grip of what was required from me, now go and try help others, or go and try spend time with others and try to learn from other teams and other functions. So I would say that really helps for if people are looking at aggressive growth, so your own learning or you performing your tasks well is a basic. The real job starts when you're done with that and what you do with your time after that. So I would say that is really important, and I think I realized that very early in my career, that people are not here to just tell me what needs to be done. They will tell me what needs to be done, but they are looking at what else am I wanting to do. Because see, the more work you want to do, the more work people will put on your platter. The more work there is on your platter, more aggressively you will grow. So it's on you to make time to learn more and work more. It's not on them for you, to tell you that why don't you try this. So I would say these are, yeah, some of the three things which you should keep in mind.